It's like I'm doing a. Anyway, so a vlog, a vlog is supposed to be like, yeah, like more show than tell. And I was even saying to myself like, I need to do more. I need to do more exercise videos than yeah. I should lower the camera definitely. Uh, I should do more exercise videos than like talking videos or like any other videos because I made videos like me cooking and stuff. That's not terrible though. I made one of, I made a few of me reading. I'm already looking for a moral and a lesson. But I had a dream about some people from church, and I had a dream about my brother, uh, and I had a dream about like I sold something at like it wasn't a flea market and it wasn't a pawn shop, but it was like a table and like I don't know. I anyway, and then so yesterday, right, and I can be very because we just went muscle memory. So let me see. I woke up, I did some stretching, I took mother to work. I don't remember what I did while I don't remember what I did while she was at work. I remember I did some sprints in the parking lot and then I came home and I think I just stretched some more. And then I like washed dishes and then right, and then I had some breakfast. And it wasn't like breakfast food. It was like rice and beans and avocados. Uh and then that so right. So immediately this is what I'm saying. I'm like before I even watch it, I'm looking at my tone and I'm like I'm imagining because when we're driving, she always likes to listen to the radio, and I was listening to this one news person, and they all talk like this, but I remember her because her name is Glick. It's like Jenny Glick or something like that. So but she was like tonight at 7. You know how they talk like. So I'm trying to think if I should be like and then, but but anyway, so yeah, and I remember talking to this one guy on the phone, and I just remember like how he was talking, like I could just tell, yo. But I again like this is my journey and this is our story because I remember I said this before. I've done so many recordings, but I've just never posted any of them. And I remember like yeah, it was a recording from like probably like a couple years ago, but then I lost it and then I found it again like a year ago, and then I just remember watching it and being like, "Yo, you're so crazy," because it was like yeah, it's like I was just the way I was moving and the way I was talking, I'm just like so old and slow and like um yeah, and it looked like I was on drugs, like like not like bad drugs, but yeah. So so yeah, right. I want to have questions, but then I'm like, maybe other people's questions, like how can I uh what's the point of all this? What's the point of all this? Where are we? Yo, I remember yeah, just this morning, like I'm driving. That's what I'm saying, and that's kind of what I should have started with. It's just this morning. I don't know why I went to yesterday, but I'm gonna try to finish yesterday now that I started. But I really just only have to do today, just so I can like shut this off because yeah, it's painful, but it's necessary. Like uh I was like preaching to myself because it's like I'll see like basically I'll see stuff that's like messed up and I'll like panic and get anxious of like, oh, like I'm not gonna get there in time or something, or I'm not gonna do what I'm supposed to do. And yeah, that's my yeah, I think that's one of my messages and one of my ethics and one of my morals and one of my lessons is that God is in control. And it's always like, yeah, whenever I say stuff like that, it feels so like corny and like and just wrong. Yeah, it just feels like I'm lying somehow. Um, but I feel like the truth, like yeah, they say like the truth is stranger than fiction or something like that. It's like yeah, I mean it's a verse, it's a verse that says like not by strength and not by might, and it's like so I'm supposed to be preaching? Like what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Anyway, that's what I'm saying because I'm not gonna ask you questions. I'm gonna ask God questions. So am I just praying right now? That would be really funny if that's really all I'm doing is praying because I need to have like an anchor. I need to have not a point or a message. I need to have a focus. I need to have a focus. That's why I'm saying when I was talking to Isaac, when we were talking on the phone, and it's like the way he was talking, like you could just tell that his mind was very focused. And like, even though he was like even though he was like relaxed and like uh and he was nice and polite, he was focused. So that's where I wanna. So that's where I wanna get to, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know who is like. No, this is my sister that was telling me like she could tell. She could tell by like the way I talk and the way I speak that I read a lot. And then I was like getting to that point. Oh, so that's where I could put on that. But I would just put it on the laptop. I uh Yeah, so I'm stuck with like all these habits. I'm like, do I listen to music or do I listen to audiobooks? Do I listen to it on the TV or do I listen to it on the laptop? Do I listen to nothing? Do I just make videos, record myself and watch myself? Uh 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 I'm with that. It's just like again, it's two things that are stopping me. It's one, I was all into the like I wasn't making enough exercise videos, and I was thinking like, no, all of them just need to be exercise videos. But what's it called? And then also it's just like a new habit, so it's difficult to it's difficult to adjust myself and my self concept and my identity as like this is what I do now because it's still new to, but again, like I've been making videos for a long time. It's just that I haven't been posting them. I might watch them, I might not, but I wouldn't do anything with them. I would just save them. But now it's like now that I'm posting them, yeah, now that I'm posting them, it's like a little different. And I think that's really all I'm looking for. Yeah, and I could make it rhyme. I could make it rhyme. I should make it rhyme, and I should make it sound good or whatever. That's what I was doing too. Okay, yeah. So I could do that too. Is I could just do a song really quick. Cause right now I'm on English in my docs. I have all my docs all organized. What do you really need to know? I want to tell you everything, and that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying is I feel like I don't feel like I am, but I feel like I should be talking to God and praying more than like trying to get other people's opinions and stuff. And yeah, I just remember all these people, like all these prophets. It's like they were like sometimes like occasionally like Esther, right? Like Mordecai had to tell her like what God was saying, and like David a couple times, like Nathan had to tell him, or Saul had to tell him, or some like sometimes it comes from someone else, but exactly. But a lot of the time they were alone. Yeah, so that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. So it's like when you observe, you can tell that I am depressed and I'm lonely and I'm anxious and I'm out of shape and I'm distracted. Yo. Okay, and the only reason I'm getting happy is because I see the other side of like where you could be, I could be excited and engaged and and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I have to see really quick if I can do uh okay. Yeah, right. I'm gonna call it a. I can't. Yeah. I've gotten to the point where I can't stop. I've gotten to the point where I can't stop. I've gotten to the point where I can't stop. I've gotten to the point where I can't stop. So, that's what I'm gonna tell everybody. That's what I'm gonna tell everybody too. Once you start, you can't stop. So be cautious. Be very cautious. I'm searching for synonyms and I'm searching for rhymes. And even this, I was like, this is gonna be quick and short, but now, but now, because that's what I wanted to do, right? It's just a Nordic curl. So that's why I'm gonna call it as a roar. And right, I never really explained. And I'm gonna find the guy's YouTube. I'm gonna find the guy's YouTube so I can link it. Yeah. Cause you want to do a vlog. That's why I keep saying I want to make a website. And again, I should write this down, but I'm just gonna say it, and maybe I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna do it. Is what I'm gonna do. My knees feel so great right now. Uh, so Adam Enfroy is not who I'm talking about, but he's the person that was talking about making a blog, and that's why I wanted to make a website because I wanted to make a vlog and I wanted to be text, and and I wanted to make music and I wanted to make songs, which is why I was writing so much on a pen and paper. But I'm thinking the most yeah, exactly. I'm thinking a video is more valuable than a song, or a video is more valuable than than an article. But really, it's just attention, and yeah, attention. That's what's really valuable here. It's just that you have their attention. It's just that you have their attention. It doesn't matter if it's a video or an article or a song. It's just that you have their attention. So again, you can't I mean, you can't lead without following, but you can't sell without buying. You can't, like, etc. What I'm getting to is that that's really what I was getting to is you can't lead others without leading yourself. But I don't know how to get your attention without getting my attention. So right now, even as I'm talking, I can tell that I'm distracted, and I want to be more focused. Uh, yeah, because it's like streamer. Yeah, bro. And people have said this, and people have talked about this, bro. Streamers are the new rappers, bro. Rappers aren't really getting that, like, aren't getting paid that much. Not as much as streamers. And again, it's like one of those things where it's like, bro, you want to be a writer, you want to be an actor, you want to be like a creative, bro. Like 0.00000 something percent of them actually succeed and get rich. Most of them are just wandering around doing nothing. So, so, yeah, we'll get it, because I'm like, what am I talking about? And that's why I was like, keep God first. But yeah, those Nordicals were really great. What I was gonna say was that a lot of time in the exercising, because I'm doing a lot of body weight stuff. And again, this is knees over toes guy. That's why I'm saying I'm gonna reference them, because I be on YouTube, bro. Like YouTube University is what I call it, like, bro, because literally all the world's information is on that shit. And that's what I'm saying too. I'm not gonna read a whole book that's gonna take me a week, a month, however long to get through, bro. I'm gonna watch like a YouTube short, and then I'm gonna try whatever I see. But the other thing is, I'm going to I'm going to experiment myself, and that's why I've been getting to, like, for the most part, is like, okay, right. So yeah, I'm gonna demonstrate, I'm gonna practice, so that's what I just needed to do, is just to stand up. It's funny. It's funny that I had to that I had to do whatever that was to, like, to know. But yeah, this isn't really like a hard enough surface. I'd rather like I can grab it really quick, but I won't. But I won't. But it's like, yeah, because I watch like Instagram reels of this one channel. It's like these, these Asian, like Tai Chi people, and they're doing all these, like, again, I don't think I've made a video of this, but there was this one, like, yeah, it's like, it really is like, it really is like, it really is like, yeah, you get nervous and self-aware, and that's what I'm saying too. Yeah. You feel crazy. You feel crazy because, yeah, you feel crazy and self-conscious. I don't need to elaborate too much. But that's how it feels, like, just recording yourself doing, like, nothing. Because again, like, I'm not an expert at any of these things. When I watch most of these people, they're like it's literally their profession to blog or to train people or to, like, do whatever. But it's like I'm rehabbing. I'm not like doing this for anybody else. I'm doing it for my own purposes. And then let me see. So this is why I always want outlines, and this is why I always want, like, to just work out or whatever. And then, like just show that as opposed to explaining it, because I'm not explaining it well anyway. And I guess I'm more so explaining it to myself than others. And then yeah, bro, it's like once you start, it's like impossible. So it's like if I start ranting and I start rambling, okay, I'm gonna get more focused because I have to leave soon to get my mother, and then uh we're gonna go somewhere else, and then we're gonna come back here. Uh, yeah, but what all I was doing just now was like all I was doing just now. That's okay. Yeah, showing is way better. Showing is way better. But I want to give Knees Over Toes guy credit because he said you want to start with assistance. Okay, right. I'll just like push my arm, right? So you want to start with assistance. So if I'm gonna push my arm this way, like first I want to kind of pull it. First I want to kind of pull it. And that's what I'm saying. It's very like, yeah, like the levels of difficulty. That's I think what people mean when it's like you have to really get your foundation because like as a beginner, you think like okay, uh yeah, we'll just say 1, 2, 3 in terms of like easy, medium, hard. So it's like you wanna as a beginner, it's like you wanna just get to hard and stay on hard all the time because you think like, oh, like I'm an expert and like, you know, so uh but it's really like cycling. It's really cycling. And that's again another reason why I've been like uh yeah, I've been overly ambitious with like the amount of stuff that I could do like today and be like, okay, exactly, because I'm telling myself like, okay, I'm just gonna do this one thing all day and maybe I'll get there. Hopefully I get there. But to go back down to that easy level, to go back down to that easy level, because even doing that just now, that felt really good. So yeah, but you want to do like I don't remember what the middle level was called. I'll just call it free. I'll just call it free because it's like the easy is assisted and the hard is resisted, but the middle level is like not resisted or assisted. It's just the movement itself. And then uh yeah, see, I was like pulling. Okay, all right. So I can this is a dumb movement to do it with, but you understand, like, bro, you do it with like squats and you do it with bench, you do it with everything. But that's what I was trying to explain is that with me, I'm at home. I don't really have all this equipment. I don't have all these weights, so I'm just doing body weight and I'm doing like more like flexibility and endurance training more so than anything. Yeah, and then that's the other reason why I don't and why I don't want to explain it and why I feel crazy because I'm like I feel like I'm like bragging or I'm trying to like be impressive or something. So that's what I was gonna do too. Is I should do a song. I should definitely do a song before I leave. I don't know what time it is. I know I have to leave. So I was gonna eat first, but now I'm all excited to fucking work out. And that's another uh that's another one. It's just like it never really ends. It never really ends. Yeah, you never really reach the end. So it's just like don't fixate so much, and that's why I'm like, yeah, don't focus so much and fixate so much on like, yeah, because I remember like I did like a sissy squat. I think it was like a one-legged sissy squat, and it was like I did one of these and it made my knees feel so good that I was like, okay, that's all I need to do like from now on. And then there was a day where I was like just on like a glute bridge, and then there was a day where I was just on like a toe press. There was because and that is kind of also from Knees Over Toes guy. He has this other guy on his channel that I don't know who it is, but he talks about how he like works his way up from like the bottom to the top. So he always starts with like his feet and his toes. And I started doing like toe presses and it felt so good that I was like, wow, this really is all I need to do and all I need to focus on. But it's really like it's really endless. It's really endless where it's like yeah, and it's always and it's dynamic. It's not static. So it's like uh yeah, you want to have like a mantra or something, and you just want to be like 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 over and over, but it's gonna be like 1 17 92 53. So uh like it's not that it's random, but it's from necessity. It's not from imagination and uh and originality. It's from necessity. So it's like I just work on whatever I have to work on today. It's not like, and yeah, because I want to create a perfect like workout plan. If I do this on Monday, Wednesday, Friday or whatever. But it's just like, bro. And the other thing was like you get I think I don't remember what artist, not artist, author said this, but they were basically saying how like creativity like and this is what I'm noticing and discovering with like energy is like you get more the more you like not give, but uh the more you use. If you use energy, using energy get like this is like it's making my whole body shake. Using energy gives you more energy. So it's like, and it's the idea of inertia where it's like, bruh, the more you go, the more you go. So it's like, if I'm just, that's what I'm saying. I'm just lying down trying to think like what I should do. It kind of just continues that cycle. And these are things, a lot of people have told me, and I've heard a lot of time, and I've even told a lot of other people. But the actual yeah, that's why it feels like not useless to say. I don't know. Yeah, it's like I just want to like work my finger all day. Oh, that's what I was gonna explain too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And again, I have to find this guy's YouTube. He didn't give me all of these, but he gave me most of these, and I found the other ones from like some other videos. But that's why I'm saying Adam Enfroy was talking about. See, Adam Enfroy and Knees Over Toes guy are the ones that I remember. And Adam Enfroy talks about blogging and like AI automation, blogging and stuff. And then Knees Over Toes guy talks about jumping higher and like strengthening your legs. And then this other guy, I can't remember his name, gives like singing lessons online. And so he did many. Let me see. But it's just different kinds of breathing. That's why I was saying and that's why I'm saying none of them told me about this. It's actually funny the way that's why I want to record it. That's why I want to record it. So I don't really have to like explain so much. You kind of just see me discovering, and then it's like, okay, but you don't care to watch like fucking 15 hours of me working out. Like you have other shit that you're doing yourself. But there's somebody in Switzerland so or Argentina who's just on Twitch for no reason, just scrolling through Twitch. Uh uh yeah, and I wanted to call it a bark at first. That's why I'm saying it's definitely it's definitely a lot of uncertainty. It's definitely a lot of uncertainty, which is why I don't want to explain. But I don't know. I was just yeah, I was just on the floor and like I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say what I was thinking about, but I was just like I don't have to do it fully. I don't have to do it fully. I was just like to like do like a little like because I was trying to bark loudly and then I feel I feel crazy, I feel self-conscious, I feel weird, I feel stupid, I feel dumb, I feel I feel yeah, we could get like really much deeper and say like I feel useless. Uh um I wanted to bring the mic down here so that I didn't have to yell and scream. Hopefully you can still hear what I'm saying. Um yeah, and I think cuz again I'll tell this to my mother like so often is that like a lot of us when we're young, when we're young are told that we're this and we're that. And then now it's like I'm thinking that um I'm making I'm making these videos for like people that I know, but I'm not really making these videos for people that I know. I am again, it feels corny and whatever else I said before. Uh yeah. So I think if there is a focus and if there is a fixation and if there is a priority, then it is God. And uh yeah, because I also feel like self-interested. I also feel self-interested and that doesn't feel good. Um yeah, and I'm trying to just convince myself, okay, I think this is really what I'm gonna do. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Because everything is subject to change and I don't really know what I'm doing right now. So but I think what I could do is just have scripture videos and exercise videos and then just edit the videos and not have like a third like kind because I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it. I'm not I'm not okay, so really quickly. You have air fryer, which is like that's the other thing too with there's the knees and the toes, the knees over toes. Like that's when I kind of realized that I could do like like body weight stuff because again, even he has all this equipment and he's trying to sell this equipment. And but it's when I realized I could do a lot of body weight stuff and just kind of like uh like every pretty much every muscle or movement I could move it like against myself or against just like the floor or a wall or something. So like to strengthen my neck. um but then the other thing, and this is where I was, because I was doing sprints, and then I realized side shuffles are actually, I'm not gonna say way better, but like just super important. Cause okay, that's like the main thing that he said though, is that is to walk backwards. That's like his bent. He's like, everybody needs to start there. Like, cause it activates something else other than when you walk forward. I don't know what specific muscles it is, but he's like, walk backwards. So I started doing side shuffles as well. I agree, walking backwards is like, even just like seriously, even if I just stand here and like start to kind of put my leg behind, it's like, it is a lot. It is a lot that is happening with that movement. So I definitely agree there. And then side shuffles, because yeah, bro, it's a lot of like hip abductors and hip flexors and like glutes and core and back and yeah, just like thighs and hips and your mid section, your mid region, like all the muscles there. There's a bunch of like, there's a bunch of like, there's a lot of muscles there. There's a lot of muscles there, and that's really what's driving most movements. That's why like a lot of bodybuilders will be like, it's like squats and deadlifts and fucking yeah, yeah. It's like all they do is squats and deadlifts. So so yeah, but this is why I'm saying I kind of want to do it more so than like explain it. But maybe if I learned to explain it, and I mean I would have to do it first. But maybe if I learned to explain it, then that would be good. So okay, right. So yawning. I'm gonna get through this so fast. So there's air fryer, which is and I just have to say before I do this, right? Uh, there's that. This is what my sister told me to do. That I didn't understand what she was saying at first, because I thought she was just saying do them both. Um, but I actually like did them like simultaneously. So we're gonna cross reference everything, like every exercise, every physical exercise and every vocal exercise, like putting them together. That's why I'm always saying it takes a long time to really like cover your whole body. So it's like you can't do everything in a day, but you just do what you can today. So if I were to do a deadlift, if I were to do a deadlift and like it's funny again, I realize as I'm doing it, like this is actually the starting position. You don't start up here. You don't start up here and deadlift. You actually start down and then you lift and then go back down, and that's one. It's not like this isn't one. This isn't one. That's more of like a leg press or something. That's more of like a leg press because I feel it more in like, anyway. Yeah, this is that, and this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. It's all like opposite. So that's why I was saying with the side shuffle, it's like you want to just go up and down, and that's why I'm saying you want to just sprint and you want to just go forward. But it's a lot of like side to side and and twisting and turning and bending and reaching and yeah, yeah. So that's all I was gonna say with like with the different vocal exercises. It's like you really want to do every movement with them. You don't want to just like sit and do or stand and do like everything. You want to like move around. And but more specifically, if you are just gonna be in one position, you wanna like look up and you wanna look like to the sides. So if I'm gonna do an air fry, I'm gonna go like and then I mean I might come down and go like yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go right, and I'm gonna go left, and so I'm gonna do an air fryer, which is like and then I'm gonna yawn, which is like and then and pretty much everything I'm gonna go like high and low, and I'm also gonna move my mouth. I'm also gonna move my mouth because you can open your mouth as wide as you can, and you can also kind of like pucker your lips, which and then you can stick your tongue out, and you can do all kinds of but again, that's what I'm saying. Variation is just very key. You're not just gonna have like, there's not just like one exercise or one movement that's good. uh and then oh, and then and see, uh, because a lot of it you'll get from like random places. Like I got this from the Weeknd's album. I didn't even listen to it, but I just saw the cover where he's like clenching, and I was like, oh, so I just like this, and I'm like, it's it's very it's very strange singing, because it's like there's so many different like small muscles that it's like you're not aware of, and then when you start to do it, they all like so 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 there's air fryer, which is and then there's yawn, which is and then there's coughing, which again, like, bruh. And again, the guy said this on the video, and I totally agree 1,000%. You don't want to like, you don't want to like. I'm not even gonna do it because I'm gonna hurt myself, but I'm gonna do it anyway just to say what not to do. You don't want to. You when I say cough, you don't want to do that. You just want to like, yeah, bruh. I can't even do the soft one now, but I'm gonna do it anyway just to cause like honestly, again, it's not like right, Dr. Joe. Dr. Joe, right? She mainly does like rehab and stretches. And she basically says how like um if you feel pain and discomfort, you don't push yourself. Don't push yourself. Stop. It's not good. It's not why we're doing this. You're trying to build and increase over time. You're not trying to like, yeah, bro, like don't push yourself. Just like, yeah, like grow. Don't explode. Like grow. And okay. Yeah, it's just like um and then yo, you know what's actually the best exercise? And again, what I would like combine with anything is like shitting. And I'll say pooping to like be nice. But if I get into like a if I get into like a lunge or like a squat, a push up, anything. If I get into like a lunge and I just like this is funny, and this is embarrassing, and this is one thing that like I'll say as opposed to whatever else I was gonna say before. Is like um um most of the time I'll just try to get like the movement. But I've actually gone I can't say like there's yeah, it's like there's no way to say it where it's like it doesn't have like the effect. Um yeah. Yeah, farting and pooping and like all of that. That to me is like the best like uh 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 again, there's no go-to movement or exercise or workout, but if there's one, that's it. If there's one, that's it. But again, you don't want to just do it here. You want to do it in like a lunge, and you want to do it in like a deadlift, and you want to do it in in different positions. But that, yeah, that's the best one. Um, yeah, there's no way to say it like properly. That's why I'm saying I'm like I don't have to talk about it. I don't have to talk about it. Okay, right. So like you don't actually want to poop. Like, you want to go to the bathroom to do that. But uh right. So there's been at least a dozen times, maybe a couple dozen times where I haven't made it to the bathroom. And I've went in my pants and I've went like on the floor and I've went like yeah, and I had to clean it up from like yeah. Um so oh, and another thing that helps uh is if you kind of like suck in your abdomen and like don't don't bite or clench your jaw, but like squeeze your neck muscles. um um so there's a right. So there's a again, I guess this isn't technically what they're called, but then I would suck after I after I did air fryer and yawn and cough, then I would suck. And that's basically like, cause you don't want to just do a normal inhale and like gasp and be like, which is like, it's cool, but I like never do that. I used to do it a lot, but I never do that. I suck the air. So is it, and that is so good. And it's probably, yeah, it's probably like if I'm consciously inhaling, that's like the only right. Because I used to like I used to gasp and I used to sniff because I'm like that's like the deepest inhale I can get. But those are terrible. If I go like that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't hit. And then now we go to the hiss, and then now we go to the hiss. So it's just, and then you can pant, which is like, and panting is probably the most difficult one. So that's at least for me. So that's like really great. And then you have yeah, and then you want to moan, which is like again, this is I guess different for different people, but just like ah um and again, it could be like more or less breathy. So like and again, that's like really like soft, which is again like it. You always just want to yeah like try it different ways. So like do it more soft, do it more uh yeah. So it can have more breath or more like I don't even. I'm just gonna say less breath. I don't know what the other more would be, but just like ah, and then and then so the other thing you could do it. I'll just say louder and quieter. So you could do it louder. You could do it quieter. You could do it higher. You could do it lower. You could do it like with different sounds. So A E I O U and then and then And then this is probably like my favorite one, just because it reminds me of like anime and cartoons and stuff. Is I call it a wheeze. So it's like, so it's like, so it's like, yeah, that's my favorite one because I feel like I'm doing like a power I feel like I'm doing like my special move or something. So uh and again, this is why I'm saying the most important thing really is not to just sit here and do them, but like to do them in different ways. And then what else is there? Laughing is good. Laughing is good. So, and again, this is what I'm saying, because you could be like, ha 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 ha, but that's kind of like a cough. How it's like you're doing it too hard. You kind of just want to be like, because because that works your diaphragm more than like, yeah, and you really want to work your diaphragm. And this is again, this isn't from the guy. This is from somewhere else. But it's like you really want to like relax up here and work more so down here. So and like squeeze and press and like and focus more down here. Here you kind of just wanted to just release. But here you want to like press and squeeze and focus. So so uh so and then what else is there? After that, it's more scales. So just like there's like a regular scale. It's like but then you can hum, and you can also you also want to do like your nose, so you want to do a nasal one. So it's like and then that's the other thing too. That's the other thing too. Cause I said like you can go loud, you can go quiet, you can go high, you can go low, but you can also go long and short, or like fast and slow, however you want to say it. But I'm talking about duration. So like you go or you go So yeah, and then once you're done with all that, because that's why I was like I really feel like I'm not physically ready or able to like to really sprint yet, or to compete yet, or to perform yet, or to do any of those things. But I'm just like I'm just like I gotta do whatever to get my heart rate up. But Cooper Kupp was like the and again, people like I heard this when I was younger, and I guess I stray away from saying people I actually know, but they were like like run fast to get fast, or like something like that. So it's like the best way to get faster is just to run really fast. It's not to do all these fucking cone drills. But you still want to do the cone drills to like isolate the movement, and to like to like yeah, you want to do like exaggerated movements. That's what all of them are. But after you do all that, you want to just sing a song, because there was this one singing lady that was like, your confidence isn't gonna come from your songs. But I'm like, bro, if you never sing, then like then why are you scaling, and why are you warming up? So yeah, and I think it definitely like feels better on again, I'm not gonna get like on the floor, just so you'll be able to see. But it's like, this, and I'll have my arms like back or something. And this is what I was saying. Like I would lift up, but then I would also look to the right, and I would also look to the left. So that's probably the best. That feels the best for me, because it like, yeah, all of this like relaxes, and it's more, everything is like more in your midsection. And then I also saw this video of this one girl, and she was singing really loud, and she had like her feet against the wall, and she was just sitting like this. And this is how I started. Like my very first like when I first started practicing singing is I would be on the floor, and I would be like this, and I would call this a baby. and I would just like whatever breathing exercise I would do, and it was like it was so painful at first. I would only do it for like I would only do like 5 reps or something like every day for like I don't know how long because it was so painful at first. Um, and it's just like and then you could go like one leg, and then eventually I had to like I would get on like a couch or a chair or something, and I would like hang my neck. Yeah, and like certain ones I do now, they just feel really good, and they don't like hurt as much anymore. But a lot of them still hurt a lot. So yeah, I think I would sing much better if I was like on the floor. But that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to like now that I'm sitting up, I'm trying to like imagine that I'm laying on my stomach and then I have like my neck up like that. So, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Um. So so I have to go get my mother now or pretty soon. I'm pretty sure. The Another thing though that I learned from it was like this Instagram video of Troy Polamalu, and he was saying how like I mean I said this earlier how like bruh like shaking it like gives you more energy, but I wasn't but yeah, he's just like he'll shake like his arm or his hand or like uh yeah. um but yeah, to me, like because I've been, learning and watching videos for like fucking years now. So it's like the most important thing is just to do it and to try and to like experiment and like just to build your workload over time to just do more and more every day. Because yeah, it's like there's always more to do and there's always more to learn and it's like you can always get better. So it's like